Alexandra Wickfree. I want to show you something. So we're sat in the town square, drinking tea, chilling out, watching these guys pack away their little market stall, and I was so struck, and I was really brought back to where I started in my self-employment opportunity. I had a van, a lot smaller than that, but I bought it with my business money. I was so, how proud was I of my little tiny blue rust bucket.
I believe I bought the van, actually.
No, I bought it with all my takings from that really good
sorry,
Christmas.
I paid for all the repairs on it.
Yeah, you paid for the repairs. So that I had a really bad rust bucket van. That is considerably better, but you can get the picture. I had a stall.
It was reasonably cheap, but it cost.
And I had a stall a little bit like that, and I would go to places, and I would go real early, and I would set up, and I would work hard all day, and then I would have to do the horrible pack down and put the stuff back in the van and go home, and then do the take-ins and do the books, and then count the stock, and then order the new stock in that was missing, and then I would have to market to my other customers, and I would have to post out the stuff, and I would go on and on and on and on, booking my events and finding new markets and having really amazing days at work and really bad ones, with no one to support me except for this man here. No one. And my customers. And I was so taken back to my first entrepreneurial experience. I sold fair trade, something I believed in immensely. I think that if you can buy fair trade items, you should. Ethically traded. Helped a lot of disadvantaged children, a lot of disadvantaged women and worker groups through what we did. But the main thing was, this is where I started out. So you look at the business that we have now, that we share with all you guys.
And please remember, we started out in Ireland where it'd be pouring down with rain. If it was outside.
How about the year that put me out of business?
Yeah, that was snow.
So there was a year that put me out of business, and people say, why did you go out of business? It wasn't because my business model was faulty. It wasn't. You could make 85% profit, and that's at the rates I sold at, which were some of the most competitive in Europe. What put me out of business was being in a market stall and the appalling weather. It just destroyed me. So then I come on to why is direct selling amazing, and why I love what I do, which is the Scentsy business. You set up for a really low cost. When I started my fair trade business, I had to find suppliers. I then had to spend from £250 sterling, and I was in euros, up to like 1,000 to begin to buy stock. So I had to outlay massive amounts of stock, and I had to buy the van, I had to buy the storage equipment, I had to buy the products, I had to source the products.
And you had to get the van fixed.
And I had to get the van fixed when it broke down on me. All that's done for me. All that was done for me. I joined Scentsy, 109 euros, 94 pounds, and lots of other different currencies, and I got a whole box full of stuff, and it was done for me. I had to build a website when I started in my fair trade business.
You built it and maintained it.
Yeah, I taught myself how to build. Oh, I'm back! Don't leave me! So I taught myself how to do websites. I got a little government grant because of the work I was doing in Preston in Ireland, and I got to go on a how to build your own website course. So I understood a little bit about coding and a little bit about other things and the power of SEO, and I built my own website and marketed my own website. Scentsy do that for me. Direct selling companies do that for you. They give it you for free, or if they charge, it's a tiny fee. It's done for me.
Can I just add to that? I remember at night, and I was just like helping her out, but at night I used to upload like pictures for her website for like, it'd take me hours, and then something would sell, and then we would have to manually go on that website, take it down, get in new stock, put it back up.
And we would have to do all the stock. I'd have to do all the warehouse. We had to do all the inventory. We had to do all of the back office stuff and all of the front office stuff. And then I have to go out and do that. Set up a market stall, work my market stall, close my market stall down. Go
and gamble
home
like you're going to make money that day.
And gamble I was going to make, and then do that all over again. I don't have to do anything other than sell my products and help other people do the same thing. And if I can sell my products, anybody can. It's not about selling, it's about sharing your passion. But when I watch these guys, and they've now been at it for at least half an hour, packing away this in the heat, man, there are easier ways to do business and still have that amazing entrepreneurial spirit. These guys don't want to work for anybody else. They don't want to be told what to do. But you know what? When you have a business this way, and I found this, you have to turn up every single day of the year. You have to turn up to these same fairs and shows. You have to keep on doing them, or someone else comes in and takes your spot.
And can I add
As a Scentsy consultant, I don't have that. If I do a fair and show, that's great. If I don't, I don't.
And can I add, I see many people in Scentsy go on Facebook groups and complain that this ain't right, this isn't done right, they're in compliance, when really they haven't got a clue with it. Real graft is going on right here. Yeah, everybody works hard in Scentsy, but this is the front line, yeah? And we get it quite lucky, and not many people appreciate that. So if you ever think of joining a direct sales business, it is one of the best business models out there. Trust me.
It is. You don't need to be like... Scott and I are totally different. I'm a Gemini, he's a Sagittarius. I have a master's degree in something marketing related, which now isn't worth anything because the internet's come along. And Scott has no qualifications past a couple of GCSEs, but an awful lot of entrepreneurial skill. If you look over there, I imagine that they probably have more entrepreneurial skill in their little finger than I would have had when I started Scentsy. But you can learn. You have a low startup cost. You don't have to be a natural born entrepreneur. You don't have to be a salesperson. I can attest to that. I am not. I was horrible when I started out. I used to tell people, oh, it's too expensive and you don't have to buy this if you don't want to, and apologize for my products. And all I really needed to do was set it on and go, oh my God, have you seen this? It's so amazing. It's a candle and you don't have to set fire to it. And it really, really, really fragrances. That is what sells your product. Really, that's all that sells your product. So I just wanted to take you guys back and say, if you're sat out there and you think direct selling, it's a pyramid scheme, go and check out the DSA, Direct Selling Association. Find really legitimate companies, ones that respect the laws of the lands they work in, prize the business industry they're in, and really want to promote it and give you guys a legitimate and genuine business opportunity. Not a fly-by-night pyramid scheme. They are illegal, and if you want an illegal business, I cannot help you out. Look at the benefits and find a product that you really have a passion for, that you love, that you just would be your own best customer. And when you tell me you're finding it tough, or you're finding it hard, or you're struggling, just remember, you could be up at the crack of dawn setting up your market stall and packing it all away again, only to have to come out and do the same thing day after day after day after day in God knows what weather.
Not saying there's nothing wrong with it,
but there are easier business models. And having run my own business with Scott, where we did everything. When you're in direct sales, you don't need a warehouse, you don't need an office, you don't need to book fairs and shows, you don't need huge amounts of stock to set up, you don't need to have a website, you don't need to have any knowledge other than sharing the product. You need nothing other than you, and that makes it the easiest business to join. And then it's just up to you how long you stay with us. So I just wanted to say that Sagittarius is rock. We're just born awesome. Oh, please.
Oh, too right.
Do you know what? You share Scott's amazing, is this egocentricity or whatever they call it, isn't it? He's just adorable. So hi to everybody who's watching. I just wanted to share that with you because it really brought back some memories for me, good and not so good, because as Scott says, I did all this